And hello, I'm Anne Maria, and you are listening to Achieve Spiritual, Holistic, and Self-Improvement Radio. And now, yes, now we have... We have live Achieve YouTube TV. That's right. Proving that Achieve is just what its name says. They achieve progress, and we are now very much ahead of the curve for our internet radio. And speaking of ahead of the curve, we have a very curvaceous, lovely person on today with earthy energy that transcends beyond the normal kind of person. She's got a big laugh. She's got a good voice. She's a storyteller, and she also is the CEO of Bear and Wolf and the Bear and Bear and the Wolf, which that is, sorry, baby girl. So we have Bear Medicinewalker today. All right, Bear, what's going on?
Oh, not much. How you doing?
I am doing fine. I tell you what, this is our first time, and thank you for making history with us today on our show. We are pretty excited about all this, and Bill is probably up there frantically checking, and seeing what can go wrong. And but we're just going to lay back and just let our hair hang down and get earthy here, right?
Oh, yeah. I think it's a great thing, you know. It's the way of the world. It's a way of communicating with everybody. And, you know, the days of sitting behind the microphone with our pajamas on and pink fluffy slippers are gone.
They are leaving fast, aren't they? I mean, they're granted, it's a real ego blow sometimes to see us for the first time on webcam TV. But you know what? I'm not afraid of my faults, and I just say, go for it. You know, it's better to be, you know, we have to be a good inspiration, walk or talk, and be real, right?
I lost that. I lost worried about what people thought about how I looked a long time ago, let me tell you.
I never do.
You know, you live up in the lake over where I am on the woods in a cave, and, you know, you live there for a reason. So when they do see me venture out, you know, it's a shock for them sometimes, you know, but, you know, I came out this winter, after the winter in the springtime, I actually went into town, and I had some of the people in the area here saw me, and they said, oh, my God, your hair got so long. Oh, my God. You put so much weight on. And I'm like, yeah, winter time will do that.
Well, you know, you do have really nice hair. I like your hair. I'm a hair lady. So, you know, I really am of the opinion that I like the theory that hair gives us strength, and that hair is like tentacles that connects to the universe. And that's my excuse. So when people say, well, Annie, you know, do you think that maybe you should cut your hair real short and put the little pin curls in because you're, you know, that age? And I'm thinking, hell no. I'm not going to be that way. You know, I'll just do it the way I want to, just, you know, despite the rules. So tell us about your show. Tell us about the show. Tell us everything. Tell us about what you do.
You know, we've had a great run, and we're on hiatus right now for the summer, but we have the Wolf and the Bear Network over on BTR, and we do have some new and exciting things coming up, and it'll be more than BTR as well, so we'll be out there a little bit different. But we have Visionary Times, which runs on Wednesdays and Fridays, and we have guests from all over the world come in and teach, and some amazing people there. Ann Rose Illumination and Kelly Spurlock helped me co-host that. And then, of course, we have Ken Quiethawk and Deb New Moon Rising. They come in with Storytime storytellers, the Native American storytellers, and they're in there. And
very cool. Very cool.
Her husband come in, and we have a bunch of Native American musicians that we highlight during the week. And I do morning blessings. Although I have been on hiatus for a while, I have a lot kind of, you know how it is. You put things together and you got other things going on. So I took a little break from that for a while. I had to recharge my batteries, and so it's all going really good there.
I totally understand. I mean, I'm bought a spiritual treadmill, and it's on hiatus too.
Well, you know, I do other things, and I have clients, of course. You know, I do reads and counseling and life coaching and all that stuff. And I'm in school full time, getting my master's for psychology. So that keeps me busy. But I'm also doing my artistic endeavors, and I do custom jewelry, inlaid pendants mostly with turquoise and stones.
Wow. That's very cool.
And I do painting, and I do sculptures. I make the spirit walkers, and so you know, I'm busy. So I had to my life was kind of getting out of balance that way. So I needed to get back into that creative. Plus, I do a lot of writing. So, you know, just had to kind of get back and you know, get my balance.
Yes. So, how long has your show been on now?
Ooh, I actually looked at that the other day, and I was kind of laughing because we actually started in the beginning of 2009. So we're in our 5th year.
That would make sense, because I think
that's about when I met you. Was just
2000. Yeah, well, 2000. Well, no, you were. Because I think I started at Achieve in 2010.
Yeah,
so
but I met you over on BTR on the Brass Ovary.
Yep. That's for sure. And that's when I was with Adrian on the Brass Ovary. So, and I want to say that Adrian will be on in a couple of weeks. So she's getting.
Give her my love.
She's getting her gypsy scarf ready, and she's getting her favorite pendant out there, and you know, she just wants to make sure that now that Hillary is getting back in the swing. I mean, that's why we started actually the Brass Ovary, is because Hillary and Obama were campaigning, and we were kind of pro Hillary, and so you know, that was how that all started, the Brass Ovaries. And now it's just you know, it seems like maybe it's a good idea to try another Brass Ovary show sometime, and on occasion. But everybody gets busy lives. And so what is your newest art project, Miss Spares?
Well, I finished up the jewelry. I was supposed to go to an expo here last month, the end of last month. Miss Margot, the bone reader, has a huge World of One expo here, but I had an accident.
You did?
I have a spinal condition, and I have rheumatoid arthritis as well.
I didn't know that.
You know, I'm getting old. I've had it since I was like 21. And
you're much younger than I am, so I don't want to hear that.
Well, you know, it's been something I've dealt with all my life. So I try to get around it, and I adapt as I need. And I really don't do the medications for it. You know, it's mostly I deal with it through meditation, different kinds of.
I thought you were going to say legal pot or something. Legal.
Well, no, I do. I will say yes. I have my green card, but I don't have to use it too much.
You know,
but the problem is I got knocked over my seawall into about 3 inches of water and hard gravel and sand by a stray dog, big dog.
By a stray dog?
Yeah, he was playing, and, you know, people come up here by the lake, and they let him loose, and they think that's okay, and it's not. Wasn't the dog's fault. He tried to play with my ducks. He tried to play with my cats and was flipping them around, and he went after my dog, so I had to wrangle everything, and he just caught me off balance and knocked me over the wall. Well,
oh, no.
It took me a while. Nobody lives up here regularly, so it was after a holiday. It was actually after Father's. No, it was actually after Memorial Day.
Okay.
And so 2 days later, I wound up over in the ER. So I've been a little slow. So I had finished a bunch of jewelry up back by May. And so right now, my current project, I'm actually working on spirit walkers.
What is a spirit walker?
Well, spirit walkers are my modern take on, if you know what a kachina is.
Yes.
I mold them from clay during meditation.
Okay.
And I never know who's going to come through or what's going to come through. A lot of times, if you try to plan what's going to come through, it's never what you want to plan, because it's like, oh no, you're not doing that, you know. And I create them, and then I add what they call for. Sometimes they'll call for crystals, feathers, beadwork, jewelry work, hoops. I'll put medicine wheels or shields on them, dream catchers on some of them. You know, but when I'm done sculpting them, I have to take them to the kilns and I fire them up. And, you know, that's kind of what I've been working on. And that's good for me because it grounds me, and it's really important. It helps me kind of tune my spirit ear. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Because I'm listening to them.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah. So if you were to say that in this year of tuning into spirit and the voice of spirit, what would you say that has been a transformational, perhaps development or change for you that you can share? I feel like I just sounded like the guy on Star Wars. Tell me, how did that sound for you?
The Force is with you.
Yeah.
Actually, there have been a lot of changes. Some of them probably subtle, but you know, I get, and I'm sure you get this question too quite often. A lot of times people will ask me, how do I tune in? How do you make it work? And I think part of it is just using it every day. If we use it every day, it's like riding a bike. You know, you get better at it. Or riding a horse or training a horse. You get better at it. Or, you know, doing math or any kind of thing that you're trying to learn to kind of tap into that inner knowledge. So I guess I've kind of tapped into more, and I've opened more boundaries up, I guess. I'm doing a lot more mediumship because they follow me around all the time and I see them. I've seen them since I was a kid, but I'm actually to the point now where I don't care if I see them. It's okay. They don't scare me like they used to. So, yeah, I guess, you know, tapping into that and getting stronger, picking up and learning how to protect, learning when to step back, when to listen rather than speak, you know, that kind of a thing, I guess.
Right, right. Yeah, you know, I think that a lot of people will say, well, what kind of psychic are you? And I say, well, I'm Annie.
Yeah.
And they'll say, what? Well, are you a clairvoyant? Are you clairaudient? Are you, you know, and they'll list 1,000 things. I don't know. I said, check my 27,000 client feedbacks on the internet. I don't know. They'll probably tell you. And
I actually had that conversation with somebody today, and I actually told them, you know, I think sometimes we try too hard to fit ourselves in somewhere.
Yes.
And people wind up labeling, and I am not John Edwards. I am not Anne Marie Odell. I am not Lizzie Starr. I am not Anne Rose.
You are Bear. You are Bear Medicinewalker.
Yeah, and we all do things. And this was a lesson I learned, and it's fun. It really is funny. I just had this conversation today. I learned actually probably mid-2000, like 2003, 2004. All my life, I've gone to art school. I've done every kind of art and photography you can imagine. I went to the Center for Creative Studies in Detroit, and, you know, you learn, and I'd have teachers that would be trying to teach me to do this and do it that way and do it this way. And, you know, when I grew up, it painting like so-and-so, you know, not finding my niche. And finally, one day I sat there, and I had done prayer in the morning, and I sat there and I says, you know, where am I supposed to fit? What am I supposed to do? And they go, why are you trying to fit? Paint like Bear. Paint
exactly.
Like not
Thank you very
else.
much. Yes. And that is so true. It's the same with being a psychic.
Yep.
I don't want to read like Teresa on,
Caputo?
Caputo. I mean, she's cute, but I don't want to read like that. Everybody has a different frequency.
Yep.
Everybody is tuning in a different way. Well, I tell you what, I think we have quite a few people here, and let's take a couple, and then maybe you do your meditation. We have 37 minutes left.
Sure.
So we kind of maybe shorter readings today.
Oh, we can do the readings. I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I want you to do a meditation too, though. And I do.
Okay.
I want you to get a story in there too. So how the heck are we going to do that? But we're going to do it. So let's start out with Bridget from Tennessee. And hello, Bridget. What can Bear Medicinewalker do for you?
Oh, hello. I had a quick question. I'm in a weird situation. I moved from Tennessee to Georgia, and I'm kind of homeless. So I was wondering, I know this might sound weird, but I'm just a straightforward person. Do you think I should go check into a drug alcohol rehab center? I think I drank too much. And then I'm staying with someone, and this is a weird situation that I'm not used to. I'm not used to, like, drugs and pill popping and liquor drinking, but my choice is beer. I'll let you know that.
Okay.
Or do you think I should stay here, get a job, and suck it up, and then move?
Well,
okay, the first thing, I didn't catch the whole thing, but I'll tell you what they gave me. I did get that you moved from one place to Tennessee to Georgia, I think you said. The first thing they gave me, they were showing me a red truck. Okay, so I'm going to give you the red truck because I'm not quite sure what it represents, but it's like, kind of like, I feel like it's an older red truck, and it's going to be, and I feel also that there's a gentleman associated with that old red truck. And I feel like you're in a space that you have to relax a little bit, but your guard is so up that you're missing some of the things that are being shown to you, like the direction that you're supposed to be taking. And it's like you aren't quite in your safe zone, if that makes sense. And, okay, what I'm getting is actually that this is a person that's actually stepping forward for you, okay? And he's kind of pushing and guiding you, but it's like you're stuck. They're actually showing me with you standing with your, like, pants or skirt pulled up and your feet are kind of like stuck in mud because you're scared to take that next step. But they're opening, and this gentleman, and I actually, let me describe this gentleman to you, okay? What I'm seeing now, whether he is, I feel he's passed, okay? I feel he's like 50, okay, well, he just said like 54-ish, okay? Kind of a real, like, brawny type guy. I see muscles, but he's like in a, like an A muscle shirt, but it's like white, but it's like what my dad used to wear, okay? When he'd come home from working at Chrysler at the factory and he'd take his, work shirt off, that was his, like, his undershirt that he had, So it's kind of old school, this guy is. And again, I see him associated with this red pickup, but it's an older red pickup, and he just said to me Ford, so whatever that means, it's like a Ford red pickup.
Of course.
And again, he's pushing things, but you're keeping yourself stuck. You're not allowing the help that's around you and the direction they're pushing you to. You're so scared, you're keeping yourself stuck in that mud. Okay? Anne-Marie, you got anything?
Okay, I guess the question she asked is if she should check herself into a drug rehab.
Well, then that would be, my guess would be yes, because she's stuck in the mud.
That's exactly
she's like
right.
afraid, because that's what I keep getting. She's like so afraid. But this gentleman that has stepped forward in spirit is pushing her and opening the way, but it's like he said she's just not doing it. So in order for you to move forward in life, period, you have to take that next step.
And I agree, because your reading says that you've been counting on everybody that you know being patient for you. You've been hoping that everybody will give you a break. And you've been hoping that you can be honest with everybody, just like you are with us today, and that people will understand. But there's some people that take on the attitude lately that they understand, but they don't trust you. And they feel that they get you, but they don't get you, because they see all this potential and all this earthy honesty. But then they're just saying, girl, if you got all this going for you, why the hell are you living the way you are? And as far as I could tell, the first thing when I heard about the red truck, I thought, you asked if you should check yourself in, but then you said you're not on drugs, but the only thing that you drink is beer. I would say that the most important thing you can do is you got to ask yourself, are you checking yourself in so you can have a place to stay? Or are you checking yourself? Or are you checking yourself in because you really want to do something about your problem? And I'm hoping
Bridget, you got it. Yeah, you got to do the work, Bridget. That's what they're saying. You have to do the work.
Yes, it's both. It's come to that time because I can manage, but I'm like, I can't manage because I think it's like I'm leading, like it's like I don't know, spirit's moving me like, okay, now you have to do it. You have no choice. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, you still have a choice because obviously you're still standing there stuck in that mud. You know what? I'll hold you in prayer. I'll hold you in prayer. It's not easy what you're going to step into, but you have to do the work. If you can get through and you can do the work, you have so many things that'll open up to you.
Yep. See, I'm staying with someone now, and I wasn't kind of aware that the person, like, I found the person on Craigslist. And
Bridget, we have a bunch of people in line, so I'd love to do more readings for you, but we've pretty much given you that one question. So we're gonna leave you with that prayer and give the other people a chance to get in here too. Okay? All right, Bridget? Okay. All right. I didn't want to upset Bridget, but we have some people in line here.
That's a hard thing to deal with. It's not fun. And, again, like I said, we'll hold her in prayer and hopefully, she'll accept that light and make a step forward to work.
And like you said, when you're in this kind of situation, the only person you can truly count on is you. It's not a good time to have a relationship, because I truly believe that if you are all messed up, you're going to pull in messed up people. So when you get codependency and you pull in who you are, so the times you want to avoid falling in love and is when you're in so much in need that you just accept anything. So we're going to take Ben from Maine, and he says, hello, can you tell me what exactly is going on with my relationship? It seems as if I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't, and it feels like the universe is throwing curveballs at me over and over and over again. Thanks a bunch. Peace. That's from Ben.
First thing, Ben, the first thing I'm being shown is you have to change your pattern of thought. Your pattern of thought is like in a cycle, and it keeps rotating and cycling through the same type of people. So you're putting out, and you're attracting what you're putting out is coming back to you. And it's the same thing over and over. So you keep repeating this cycle. What I'm being told and shown is the first thing you need to do is to become happy with yourself and become the person that you're meant to be with, so that you're not only showing respect and honoring who you are, but you can love yourself and be okay with yourself. Perfect with your imperfections. Get used to your own skin. Change your own thought patterns. Be more positive. And then once you do that, and I'm hearing 6 to 8 months that you got to go through some stuff. And I also hear right now they're saying, "Oh no," he's shaking his head. No way. Not my fault. It's not your fault. It's just the way you've cycled. Okay. So you need to honor and take some time for yourself. 6 to 8 months. I see if you put that work in, they're showing me new doors and new things will open and new attractions, like new people that are more positive for you will come. And they won't do things for you. They'll do things with you. Make sense?
I think that makes sense, and I would say exactly what you are. It's all about how you visualize your own potential. If you see yourself as a victim that continuously keeps pulling in losers that victimize you over and over and over again, parentheses, then that is what you're putting out there. And I do believe the universe is a big, mad scientific kitchen, and you're putting out there, "Here we go again." And of course, you're going to pull in more and more of the same. So I'm with you. Change your attitude, change the way you visualize what you deserve in love, and quit seeing yourself as, "There we go again, another loser," because I'm not hearing anything about the other person. What I'm hearing is, I'm a victim and this happens to me over and over again. So one, stay away from love if you're having a rough time with it. Get yourself together. Get yourself feeling good again. And that's what I see. So I'm with you on that, Bear. I'm going to go with some of the new callers. We have Renee from Pennsylvania, April from Oregon, Donna from California, Chris from Tennessee, Anita from Michigan, and Jan from LA. We have Cindy from Canada, and we have Davina from we have Davina from Martinez. And we have Sarah from Oregon, and we have Jen from Massachusetts, and there's just no way we're going to get all these people.
Whee! Well, no,
yes,
you know what?
Yes.
I'm all for it. So let's go through them and see how many we can help.
Shall we do some flash readings, or what I call lightning readings, where we just kind of take them and give some lightning advice and try to cover as many as we can?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, here's Renee from Pennsylvania. Renee from Pennsylvania, you're on the lightning round. What do you want? What would you like Bear Medicinewalker to read on?
Hi, Bear Medicinewalker, and hi, Anne-Marie. It's a great show.
Hi, Renee. Thank you.
Okay, hi. Okay, November on opportunities, people to ride the wave for next year.
Give it to me one more time, Anne-Marie, because I'm not quite getting her.
Did you say November? Tell us what's happening in November.
I have to go through some stuff now, but it'll be over by the end of this year. So from November on, to ride the new wave with new people, new opportunities.
I actually see a move for her in November, a shift in energy and direction, and I actually see it's like. What they show me is like, here you are sitting on the top of a hill, and you're just sitting there like this, and the sun comes up. And as that sun comes up, the sky is just beautiful, which tells me the sky's the limit. Everything there for you if you want it, but it's like you've been sitting there waiting for it to happen. And I keep hearing that there's some things that you need to take care of before November in order to make some of these other things kind of fall into place. But I feel like this big, huge shift. So
I would agree with that. And what I'm going to add for the lightning round is you seem to be pleasing two specific women in general that seem to be having one seen as disappointed and the other's had it. And that there's just a sense that you're just plain pissed off about some things. And my reading shows that you need to stop committing to trying to please people and realize that when you do that, the sky is the limit for you and you can finally be happy. Some of these people that aren't happy, some of these people you just can't please, oh well.
Cut them.
You're right.
Hey, that's right. I can do that. You guys can see me now. Cut them.
Yep, that's what I see.
Right. Bottomless pit, and there's never a way to change them. I told them I'm working on myself. You have to work on yourself. You don't like it?
Hey, they all come into your life for a reason and a purpose, and their purpose is done, and sometimes people don't stay with you that whole time. But you know what? Doesn't mean they're bad or good. It just means they were there for that purpose and made you into who you are today. Cut it, take the bag to the curb, drop it, say I love you, but I don't need you around.
That's true. I said something.
God bless and thank you so much.
A few people are getting it. And many blessings to both of you. Enjoy the summer. And I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Cindy inside. We have Cindy in the Inquick, and Cindy is from Canada. She says, hi, Anne-Marie and Bear Medicine Walker. We are getting a chocolate lab puppy in 2 weeks, and her name is going to be Ginger. And we have a 1-year-old terrier who is 3 pounds. Can you tell us what kind of puppy Ginger will be? And will she adjust nicely to our household and be easy to train? Thanks so much, Cindy from Canada.
Okay, animal connection right away. And I'm going to tell you right now, the lab will be a typical lab, but pretty much high energy as a pup, but it'll kind of mellow in if you let her mellow in. She's not a threat to the other dog, but the other dog's knows, and what I'm seeing is it's like turned out a joint. The little dog's the one that's going to give you the problem, not the big dog. And it's almost going to be like there'll be times that you'll catch different things and see different things, and you'll think it's a lab, or you'll go to blame the lab. It's not going to be the lab. It's going to be the little dog. So I would suggest you guys just take a lot of nice, easy time to give them their own space and treat the little one you have now like royalty, and just kind of be good to it. Don't let it be forgotten once you get the pup.
And I'll add to that, Cindy, that dogs are telepathic, and because they run in a telepathic pack most of the time, it takes a little while to develop that intuitive connection. So I feel that the first 2 months are going to be very difficult because they're letting down their egos in order to be able to develop that telepathic connection together. And in 2 months, these two are going to be closer than can be. But it's going to take a little while for them to tune into each other the way dogs in a pack do. And then remember the rule. 1 dog is a whole dog. 2 dogs is half a dog.
This is not a valid menu option.
So 2 dogs, I don't know what that was. Thank you, Spirit. What? So 2 dogs is going to be a sense that they're going to like each other so much. They're going to be, hey, we love you, but we got each other. So give it 2 months, and these 2 are going to be close as can be.
I got to jump in too because this is really funny. I'm hearing really loud. Ginger, for real?
Oh, really?
Okay, the name, Ginger, for real? And I'm sorry, that's really not me. Honest to God, it's the pup.
Oh, my.
Okay, it's the pup. And it's Ginger, for real? So, I think that's kind of funny. So, believe me, I'm not allowed to get your puppy, but Ginger was like, wow, okay. Just letting you know. I'm the messenger, you know.
You may find that Ginger names herself once she comes with the...
pretty much. Ginger, that's what I'm hearing.
Ginger will name herself, and you'll look, oh, that fits better. Okay, we're going to go to Donna from California. Donna, hey, how are you today, and what can you ask for?
Fine, how are you? Hi.
Great. Hey, Donna.
Anyways, I want to know if the relationship's coming in for me, a love relationship.
I can't even say what was just said to me.
Oh, yeah.
You need to, Emery, maybe you better take this one first and then let me go, because I got to find a better way of putting it.
Okay. My sense is, I've got all these women coming up, and I don't know whether you need a best friend or you need, are you gay?
No.
I'm just wondering, because I've got all these women that come up.
That's funny, but where I live, there's a lot of women. There's a lot of women in this town.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm asking that because I see all these women, and these women, to have a relationship, it's almost like you've got to please all of your friends first. So my sense is that you need to find a way to disengage yourself from all these women friends and learn that perhaps you're not really lonely enough to have a relationship. Perhaps you're not even walking around with that sense of need at all, because there's so much fulfillment with all of these women. And so my sense is that until you learn to, I would never want to learn how to not be fulfilled, but I think that there's just a sense that you're not truly lonely. You've got all these wonderful lady friends, and it seems that a relationship will come when it does, but I'm going to hand it over to you, Bear.
I don't have that many women friends. I kind of spend a lot of time by myself.
Let me bunch in here and tell you what I was getting, which was a lot of women. But it's like you're not in the right space. And all these people around you, okay, now please, I'm the messenger, okay, and I'm not trying to be mean, okay? But they said it's like you're in it's like you're in crazy pants mode. And that's literally the word they use, like crazy pants mode. Okay, so in other words, you're running here, you're running there, and it's like what you want keeps changing. And you're in this area, okay? And again, Anne-Marie, I have to agree with you. I saw all these women, and I was like, okay, I didn't feel you were gay. I'm gay, but I didn't feel you were gay. That's not what they were showing me. But I was getting like, you're in this space, and you're wanting a relationship, but there's all these women around you. And that's not what you're looking for, but you're not in the right place because all these women are around you.
Right,
and
it's
like
exactly
they're
what I came
constantly, like, okay, like, watching you, looking at you. And I'm not trying to make you paranoid. That's not what I mean. But it's like the image you're like sending out to the world is not what you're supposed to, because you're like in crazy pants land. You're in the wrong spot.
Well, I just got on a dating service.
Wow.
And I'm getting some men from other areas like Seattle and Colorado, and not that I want to move.
I'm telling you,
but
it's like you're in. They've got you in like, you know, that Wheel of Fortune. You're like in the middle, and they're just spinning that turntable around, and that's what they're showing me. And you're in the center of it, and it's just spinning. I mean, if I sit there and look at it, I'll feel like I'm drunk. My thing is, you need to land.
May I ask you, have you? Can I ask you, have you had a problem with depression, or have you just found yourself around a lot of depressed people?
No, I've been depressed for 3 months. I had betrayal and promises, and they weren't kept, and for 30 years, and oh my gosh, it just took the rug out from under my feet.
Spinning. Your world is spinning.
Yes, yes. And not only that, but then the other choice I see is complete assholes.
Yeah.
But
So
your
lies
world's
and
spinning.
promises.
Why do you want to bring a new relationship in with all that stuff spinning? Okay, and that's what they're showing. You have to ground yourself. You have to make that carousel stop, and all the crazy pants stuff that's going on around you go away. Okay, you have to ground. You have to be happy
Well, I was
with
hurt.
the other one.
Mostly hurt. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that I did, but I feel bad that it happened to me, and I was sad about it, and, I believed everything, and I was too gullible, and so, yeah, I mean, I'm peaceful with myself. It's just that I'm, sad that happened.
That's life.
But I'll get over it.
That's life. That's transition.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's okay. And
Yeah.
it's okay to feel bad. Okay. But you need to process through that grief and get off that crazy train spinning thing. And, because you're just letting it spin. And that's why you're depressed. That's why, like Anne-Marie's picking up, you're depressed. You're in that center. You're in that middle. And again, where you are, you've got all these women around you. And that's all I'm seeing. Take time for yourself. Be kind to yourself.
They're women.
Be kind to yourself.
I do things with women all the time. That's who my friends are, yeah.
And they probably are concerned about you not getting hurt again, right?
No, they're more concerned about all their problems. I'm a very
they
good listener.
It's crazy pants land.
Okay.
Crazy pants
I don't
land.
get any compassion or anything. I don't get any compassion or
Crazy
understanding.
Come and see the bear. I just made a blueberry pie. I'll give you a pie. Anne-Marie can make the tea, and we'll sit and discuss it over that.
Sounds good.
Thanks. Yeah, I know it's going to pass. It's just something that I just cry every day.
Don't do that.
Okay, but you're okay. You need to process the grief. Okay, but Anne-Marie, what did you tell me a number of years ago? Take a bitch pill.
Take your bitch pill. Take your bitch pill.
Yep.
There's times.
Put your big girl pants on and take your bitch pill and start balancing your life.
There's a funny thing that happens when we become the nurturer, the pleaser, the person that everybody comes to for problems. When we have a problem, everyone can be so critical. And yet at the same time, they expect us to be unconditionally loving. And that's when I say you have to take your bitch pill. You have to remember that most people respect people that are not tolerant of them more than they will the pushovers. And the pushovers, they just keep pushing, and the ones that aren't tolerant, they kind of like keep catching sticks like they're getting thrown bones. So instead of being the one that's getting pushed over, I would say take your bitch pill, go to Walmart, get yourself some multivitamins, wrap a piece of white tape around it and write bitch pill. And every day take your bitch pill and remember, today I shall not, put myself last. Today I will speak my mind, and it's me time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Find a movie theater. Find a movie theater, okay? Go buy yourself a big thing of buttered popcorn and a pop.
Oh, that sounds so good. Go in the middle
of the day, by yourself, go in there, put that pop there, eat that popcorn, drink that pop, laugh, cry, whatever you have to do in the dark. You're done. Leave it there when you leave. I don't care if you sit through 2-3 settings of that film. I've done that, okay, over the years. I've done that. Leave it in the theater, get up, walk out into the daylight, and start all over again. Brand new. New page. Tomorrow's a new page. You're in control. Yeah. You're in control. Your friends aren't. Stop the turntable from spinning. Take your bitch pills. Love and light to you, and I'll keep you in my prayers, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
I've done that, Anne-Marie. Over the years, not a whole lot, but I've done that, Anne-Marie. Gone to the show in the theater and just sat there through a couple of the same film over a couple times. You cry, you laugh, you sit, you think, then you get up and you say, you know what? Pity party's over. Time
That's
to get on with life. That's a great
way to do it. A great way to do it. Yes.
Time to get on with life.
Well, we have Davina, and she says, "Hello, ladies. Would you please give me any messages that are intended to inform me from my angel guides or my father, Thomas? Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day."
The first thing I saw when you said her name earlier was a rose that was actually had a ribbon around it, and the ribbon is basically like a red velvet ribbon, and it was a single rose that was handed to her for her, and it was from the spirit world saying that you are very loved, you are very cared for. Angel messages, I kind of chuckle because I'm being told very loudly that Davina, you know how to talk to the angels and you know how to hear from them. They're around you and they're working with you and for you all the time. So they're kind of chuckling at the fact that you're asking. That's what I'm getting, okay? Because they want you to know, and they said, we're there. Emery?
Yeah. I'm listening. I'm looking at the girls inside the chat room are saying, Bear is amazing. Getting a detailed reading from her can be life-changing. We love her. So that was in Quick Room. Okay, so I'm going to just look at a quick angel reading, and what your angel reading is saying is, your angels are asking you to please stop being so afraid to take chances. That your guides are telling you that they love being your security, that your guides are saying they're there for you, but they also want you to know if you would just take a chance and jump into one of those plans that you so much want to take a chance on, instead of analyzing it to death and coming up with all kinds of excuses. Your angels are saying that we give you permission and we want you to access into your inner warrior. It's time for you to take one of those plans that we keep helping you to get on the journey of, and go for it. So what it's saying is, stop analyzing things to death. Stop talking yourself out of taking chances, and I think that you will find that you are much more happy, and that's what I see.
I do a lot of work with the angels, Emery, and I know you do too. And one of the things is they're very blunt. I mean, people picture them as like all these airy fairy things, And they can come across like
Victoria's
that. But I'll tell
Secret
you what,
models.
most of the messages I get from them, they're very blunt. And, it's like we become almost like addicted to what are the angels saying to us? What are they telling us in our own personal lives? Okay. And it's really easy because it's a different energy. Is it not a different energy for you?
I remember being on a show once where it was all about angels' messages. My angels often come on like drunken sailors. They just will say anything they want to say, and sometimes it's rather funny, and sometimes it's kind of, just very earthy. And it just did not fit into that show at all. And they were just almost turned me off because they felt that I was not fitting into the Victoria's Secret ethereal angel. And I thought, well, but wait a minute. Why can't angels have a sense of humor? Why can't angels be earthy and boisterous and, this bull crap about underwear models with huge wings walking around? And my feeling is that the true angels come into our lives as abused animals, lost children, and the people that reach out. You have to ask yourself, what have you done for others to bring in the angel guidance that you want? You have to make it a 50-50 thing. So it'll always come this way.
They'll help us. I did my angel paintings in 2009 and 2010, and the energy that comes from them and when they worked with me and through me was off the charts. But they can be very demanding, and the more you do, the more they want to do. And I remember, and actually somebody laughed at me when I said this because I was working on a painting of Gabriel, and their energy, it's kind of more like an energy art oil painting. They're different. They're just really unique. And I remember because I was so exhausted, my daughter said, you haven't like gone to bed in like 3 days because I was working on these paintings. And Gabrielle, he wanted his painting done, man. He wanted it done now. And I got up and my daughter says, God, the energy in here is so high. And she was like 16, 15 at the time. And I looked over to the painting and I took my paintbrush and I put it down and I kept hearing him say, paint, keep doing it, keep doing it. And I said, you know what? Piss off. I said, because
Exactly.
And that's how they are. They're very like, they don't know. There's no anything with the words. They can be who they are with you if you let them be free who they are, you know? If that makes sense.
You always have to learn whenever you get into intuitive energy or psychic reading or angel messages that you are the vehicle for them to communicate, the voice for them. But I always say, as much as I love my guides and my angels, I'm the boss. Because if I am giving them a voice and if I am giving them a chance to love, nurture, fix, whatever, I have to remember that it is I chose this spirit and I chose intuitive reading because I wanted not to have bosses anymore. So the last thing I want is to go from the corporate world to corporate angels.
Woo! And it's fun. It's really fun. Mediumship, working with the angels, with the spirit realms, period. I mean, they will run you ragged if you let them. They're bossy butts for sure.
Yep. And so you have to call the shots. They will not, your messengers, your guides will not think less of you for saying I'm tired, I'm stopping now. Because if it's always better when you refresh, just like your computer. Sometimes you have to refresh, and that's what it's all about. Did we do April from Oregon? I don't know. She's on. Okay. April from Oregon, you're our last reading. We have 2.5 minutes. She's gone. Okay, maybe we did do April. Okay, so if we do Ruth, Harvard, Illinois, just wanted to say hi to Anne Marie and Miss Bear. No access to phone today. I will call in next show. So I thank you very much for that. And where can people get hold of you, Bear?
They can find me over on my website, bearmedicinewalker.com. I'm also over on Facebook under Bear Medicine Walker. We also have a group, and Anne Marie, you're in that group too, the Wolf and the Bear Network group, and our page, the Wolf and the Bear Network as well. Just drop me a note, and there's a contact page. They can drop me a note over on my website, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can.
And the name of your radio show is?
The Wolf and the Bear Network.
And channel, where can they go to listen to that show?
Well, they can type it in the Google thing, and it's up on my website. It's over on Blog Talk Radio. It's on Stitcher Radio. It's on iHeartRadio. It's in iTunes. It's everywhere.
Okay, good. So Wolf and the Bear, just type in Wolf and the Bear, and you can get more and more and more of Bear Medicine Walker. And Bear, if you were to say one short prayer for us before you leave, what would it be?
I pray to Creator God to bring us all the answers that we seek. May it find open ears and open heart and open minds to be able to accept those answers and move together in a forward, positive manner. Aho.
Amen. Thank you. And I loved having you, and I really appreciate you being with us today.
You bet. I always love being with you, Anne-Marie. We always have a good time no matter what.
We will be the drunken angels for somebody someday, or the boisterous earthy angels that go, what the heck? You know, so, okay. All right, girlfriend. Take care, and I love you, and bye, everybody. I hope
bye,
that
all. Thanks for listening in.
Yeah, and hope you enjoyed watching our first live YouTube show.
Night, all.
The oldest and most trusted station of its kind in the world. This is AchieveRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Desi Arnaz Jr. Welcome to Letting Go with Guy Finley. Guy is the best-selling author of Let Go and Live in the Now, and is the founding director of nonprofit Life of Learning Foundation. And now, here's Guy Finley.
Sometimes I sit here, or before I give a talk anywhere, and I have this rather distinct impression of men and women seated together in the name of truth, from 2, 3, 4, 5 people to 1,500 people, and that through all of the ages, wherever men